how's it going? Welcome to my playthrough of Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link. This is yet another game that, by virtue of me playing it as a kid and just having literally nothing else to do with my life, I got to know pretty well. I can't make any sweeping assumptions about how good I am at it, but I can pretty much get through the game in a single life usually. But anyway, so first thing we're gonna do here is just go grab the magic container. Now you won't be able to see the monsters in this cave when you first come in here. Later on you'll get an item called the candle that will allow you to see in here, but in the meantime you can tell just barely that there's a monster there. If you watch the ground, you can kind of see their shadows. And so that's really the only indication that something is there and that you can probably hit it. And the game actually does require you to go through at least one cave with a monster in it before you can get the candle. So that's interesting, I suppose. But yeah, this game's a lot of fun. I know most people say it's super hard, and I won't deny that. It definitely is. It's probably the hardest Zelda game out there. Even harder than the first one. But, you know, again, it's just one of those things where if you have nothing else to do, like, you know, being a kid and all, only getting one new game a month maybe, I had plenty of time to get decent at the ones that I did play, so, but yeah. Oh, I should probably also apologize about the AC in the background. It's a little loud. I've been sitting here for like 15 minutes waiting for it to turn off so that I could record this, but at a certain point I realized, like, if I want to record something, I can't afford to be just sitting here waiting for that thing to turn off. I don't know. So it's super loud though, so yeah, that's a little unfortunate, but what are you gonna do? Hopefully the mic isn't really picking it up any huge deal there, or picking it up too severely. I don't know what I was talking about, picking it up any huge deal. Sometimes my word choice leaves a little bit to be desired. Anyway, well, we just got the shield spell, which is probably one of the most important spells in the game. It actually makes you, like in the first game, you know how the blue ring diminished the damage that you took by half? Well, that's what the shield spell does. So that'll end up being pretty useful. I remember as a kid, like, not really understanding how magic worked because I never played a game where you had to use the select button before. But that's the button you use to cast magic in this game. Like, you would think I would have read the manual or something, but I guess maybe I didn't. Or maybe I just was too anxious to jump into it. Actually, I do remember that we rented this game. Well, that was close. We rented this game when it first came out, and so I was able to play it that way, but I don't think, you know, like a lot of the games back then, even then, didn't really come with the manual. I can't believe that these bubbles aren't hitting me. Usually you have to sit here and, like, pussyfoot your way through the screen, but yeah, it's pretty cool. Anyway, yeah, so I guess if I didn't have the manual, I guess I really didn't know what to do, but what I'm doing here is actually turning down the level ups that I could possibly get, because as you can see, I have experience in the top right corner of the screen. Every monster you kill, there will be a number left behind when you kill it, and that number indicates how much experience you will get. And once you get to the required number, obviously it's 200, then you can level up. Like the first level's a 50, and then the second is 100. The 50 is for life upgrade, and 100 is for the magic. But if you turn it down, you can, like, save your experience for something that you might want more. In this case, the attack upgrade, which is the most expensive throughout the game. So that's what I'm trying to do. But actually, there are other reasons for that. How do I explain this? It's kind of complicated. The way the experience system works is that once you spend your points, it goes back to 0. And then you can start building up to 50 or 100 or whatever you want again. But the second attack level is not going to be 200. The second attack 500. But here's the thing. Once you finish a dungeon in this game, the statues will give you as much experience as it takes to get to your next level. And so you want that number to be as high as possible so that you're getting the most bang for your buck when you put the crystal in the statue. So what I like to do is try to level up my attack to 2, because the third attack upgrade is 1,000 experience points. So if you can get to the point where you've just reached level 2, then you can get 1,000 from the statue and up it to level 3, which I guess technically is level 4 because it starts at 1. So yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the attack here. And now it's back to 50, so my next level up will be life. The life upgrades make it so that you take less damage, which is actually extremely useful. And the magic upgrade lessens the amount of magic points that it takes to cast a spell. So that is also extremely useful. And you really can't afford to leave that at level 1 for very long. Like, even this first palace can be a little challenging if you don't have at least 1 or 2 levels in life and magic, but like these bot enemies, which are the little blue jumpy things, they always seem to jump when you least expect it, and I think half the damage I take in this place is because of them. It's just really kind of annoying. So you can see I'm turning down the life upgrade again, and when it gets to 100 I will turn down magic again, so I can go for the 500 for the third attack level. I know I said second earlier, but oh well. Don't get me started on the numbers. It's a little ridiculous. Yeah, this dungeon is not too bad. Over here at this 4-way intersection, there's a ferry to the right. So if you're low on life, you might want to go grab that. But you can only grab it once. You might have seen there how I hit that one floating skull looking enemy and then kind of just walked through him. That's the thing that you can do. You can hit enemies and they'll have, like, they don't actually have invincibility frames, but when you hit them, you can move through them. Oh shoot, messing this all up. There we go, see them just like that. So it's almost like hitting them gives you invincibility frames, which is very weird. Of course, in the first game that was, dang it, I hate those things, I tell you. Sorry, sometimes my voice comes out in between whispering there. I'm actually kind of happy right now because I just got my first comment that wasn't a bot, which is kind of cool. You know, I didn't know if I was really gonna do anything with this channel. You know, I don't know, just messing around. I don't really have any experience in this area. I just listened to a lot. So, but I always kind of felt like when I listened to stuff like that, I was like, maybe I could try to do something like that. So, wouldn't you know it, here we are. So like when I first started, I uploaded like 5 videos, but back then my handle was ASMR Glycerine. And when I first thought of that name, I thought it was kind of hilarious because of the whole Bush song Glycerine, which I talked about in a different video. But after a while, I kind of started to think, this I could have come up with a better name than this. But it was kind of too late. I mean, I knew I could change it, but I just didn't bother to do that. So I made all those thumbnails for those first 5 videos that say ASMR Glycerine. And somehow I got 3 subscribers while those videos were up. And so fast forward about 3 months or so, maybe 4 months, and I lost one. And understandably, because I wasn't really uploading anything, so, plus I didn't know, like, who they were, and I never really looked at my analytics or anything. Even on my main channel, which has a 6-digit number of subs, I don't look at the analytics there either. I just think it's more stress than it's worth. Like, I don't know. Like, I say that channel has 6-digit subs, but really, most of the videos I upload there get like 2,000 views. Some barely scrape by 1,000 actually, but it depends on what game I'm playing. Anyway, yeah, but I don't know. I wanted to experiment 1,000. I don't know. Oh, thank God. Okay, I got the B bag, so I can get attack will go up and cancel life, and I'll get 50 experience from the boss, which will put us past 100. Because that's the other thing. Like, I may need 1,000 for my next attack level, but I still have to get past 50 and 100 from the other two levels and turn those down, or else the statue is just gonna give me enough to get the 50 or the 100. So, but this guy will give me 50, and I'll turn down magic. And now next says 1,000, so I'll get 800 experience from the statue here. So it's dangerous to do it that way, but I think it's kind of worth it. I don't know. Plus now my levels will be 411, which is a error page not found. Or no, that's 404. What am I thinking? 411 is like information or something. Anyway, so that's a thing. But anyway, yeah. So I don't know like what I'm really doing here except just making more playthroughs. Like eventually I'm gonna run out of games, and well, I mean, I guess maybe I underestimate how many games are actually out there that I've played, but truth be told, there's not that many. I get intimidated when people start talking about modern games, and there's so many of them that I just have never played, like Elden Ring, God of War, all that stuff at the Game Awards. Like, I haven't played hardly any of those. I played Tunic, and I played Pokemon Legends Arceus. I played Xenoblade 3, and like maybe a few other ones, but yeah, for the most part, I don't know. Very lacking in experience, but I've played Persona 5. I've played Dragon Quest 11. You know, that's most of the modern stuff. It's like it takes so long to get through most of those games. I just don't know how people find time, you know, to do so many, but I guess, I don't know. Well, we're here in the town of Ruto now. One of the more pleasant surprises about Ocarina of Time was how the sages were named after towns in this game, because this game doesn't really get a lot of representation among the others. Like, they don't make references to this one, and it's like, I guess, what would you make a reference to, even if you did? You can make a reference to the spell, you can make a reference to Bagu and the other guy. I mean, sometimes people make references to I Am Error, so I guess there's that. In fact, I think there is at least one reference to that in a future Zelda game. It might not even be in a Zelda game, but whatever it is, anyway. I can't believe that AC is still on. Like, I'm glad I didn't sit here waiting for it to turn off, because I gotta tell you, I don't know if it ever will. It is pretty cold tonight, so it's heating the house, and it is a pretty big house too, so I don't know, just do what you can do, you know. So now that we finished the first palace, we got the statue, and we're gonna go ahead and start leveling up life and magic here a little bit. We'll try to do the same thing in the second palace maybe later, but if we're gonna survive, jeez, if we're gonna survive, we're gonna need better defense. Also, is it just my imagination, or did those Goria's boomerangs disappear into the blue jar? I didn't know that could happen. That's kind of weird.